Hello everybody, welcome and thank you for tuning into our channel, It's All in Your Head. Giving birth to a baby is perhaps one of the most joyous and momentous experiences in a woman's life. Life with a new baby may be exciting and wonderful, but it can also be complicated and painful at times. Many new mothers suffer from postpartum or perinatal depression. According to one research, 10 to 20% of new mothers would experience this type of anxiety, which might interfere with daily living. So, in this video, we're going to spotlight what postpartum depression is and 7 things you must know about postpartum depression. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more entertaining and motivating videos. What is postpartum depression? Postpartum depression develops after childbirth and is characterized by a persistently depressed mood. Symptoms typically manifest within a few weeks following delivery, though they might appear up to 6 months later. Mood fluctuations, difficulties attaching with your infant, and difficulties thinking or making choices are all possible symptoms. Doctors are baffled as to what drives postpartum depression, but it may happen to anybody. Environmental and emotional variables, as well as genetic variables, may play a role. Let's take a glance at the 7 things you must know about postpartum depression. Number 1. Postpartum depression is not synonymous with the baby blues. It's essential to draw a distinction between the blues and severe postpartum depression. Baby blues are relatively frequent and usually begin during the first 6 weeks after birth. Between 50 and 85% of mothers experience baby blues, a widespread occurrence that lasts somewhere around a few hours to 2 weeks after delivering. Postpartum depression, on the other hand, is far more potent and lasts much longer. After roughly 15% of deliveries, it occurs in both first-time mothers and those who have previously given birth. An episode of the baby blues is commonly categorized by weepiness or sobbing without knowing why and will usually resolve on its own. However, postpartum depression and other mood disorders require treatment. Number 2. Postpartum depression is interrelated to major depressive disorder. Sadness, difficulty focusing, difficulty sleeping, loss of enjoyment, and even suicidal thoughts are common signs of depression. The following red flags may indicate depression, anxiety, or another mood illness connected to childbirth. Stress about being left alone with the infant, worrying about not being a good parent, fear the lady will drop the baby, or thoughts about harming the infant. Many mothers care for their babies well, but they seem disinterested or cold, which is another indicator of a postpartum mood disorder. Many new parents are worried about caring for a new human being, and not all women bond with their babies right away, but when these behaviors tamper with the mom's ability to take care of her baby or fulfill other daily tasks, or when classic symptoms of depression accompany them, there is cause for worry. Number 3. Prolonged sleep depression can spark postpartum depression. Your parents or elders would tell you that obtaining a good night's sleep with a baby is nearly impossible due to feedings every few hours. Your infant is unlikely to sleep at night in the initial days. You may find that taking naps or going to bed early is beneficial. Consider pumping a bottle if you're breastfeeding so your spouse can take care of a nighttime feeding. That's why doctors prioritize sleep while treating postpartum depression. If you can get a 4.5 to 6.5 hour nap, women will feel better in a week or 2, experts advise. A good night's sleep is necessary for both your health and your mind. Assistance and backup are essential here because sneaking away for 6 straight hours and a nap is a distant postpartum dream. Sleeping whenever the infant sleeps is also advised by doctors. Some women may require medication to establish a consistent sleep routine. Number 4. Postpartum mood disorders don't always show up immediately after birth. Symptoms might appear within the first few weeks of childbirth, although it might take up to a year. According to the National Institutes of Health Research, it most usually happens within 3 months following birth. Among the most prevalent symptoms are sadness or extreme mood swings, excessive sobbing, difficulties bonding with your child, detachment from relatives and friends, appetite reduction or eating considerably more than normal, inability to sleep or insomnia or excessive sleeping, excessive weariness or a lack of energy, less interest and enjoyment in previously enjoyed activities, complaint that you're not a great mom, reduced capacity to think, focus, or draw conclusions, panic attacks, and extreme anxiety. Number 5. Treatment for postpartum depression is available. Treatment for postpartum depression is necessary for the parents and their newborn's wellness. The quicker a person receives it, the sooner they'll recover. In most situations, treatment is effective. Once the problem has been recognized, the doctor will generally recommend a mix of psychotherapy and medicine. Therapy sessions with a professional psychologist are an essential element of therapy because they help women comprehend what they're going through and not their mistakes. Most women feel good after 6 months of treatment, though it might take longer. Natural therapies such as exercising and walking, in addition to medical treatment, can help ease symptoms. Walking was proven to be a statistically relevant approach to alleviate depression in mental health and physical activity research. Aromatherapy, yoga, and other mindfulness techniques may improve your mood. Maintain a nutrient-dense diet that is minimal in processed foods. According to research published in the Journal of Affective Disorders, women with low DHA levels had a greater risk of postpartum depression. Seafood is an excellent source of DHA. Flaxseed oil is another perfect option if you're a vegetarian. If you aren't obtaining enough nutrients from your diet, consult your doctor about taking dietary supplements. Finally, if you don't feel like doing housework or doing errands, let things go. Use your energy to meet your and your baby's fundamental requirements. Enlist the assistance of relatives and friends if at all feasible. Number 6. Postpartum depression in new fathers. Postpartum depression can significantly affect new fathers as well. They may feel very sad or tired, overwhelmed, anxious, or have changes in their typical sleeping and eating routines, all of which are indications of postpartum depression. According to 2010 research, 39% of moms and 21% of fathers had depressions when their kids were 12 years old. Fathers who are young, have a depressive disorder, have marital issues, or are financially suffering are the most vulnerable to postpartum depression. Postpartum depression in fathers, also known as paternal postpartum depression, can have the same detrimental effects on partnerships and child development as it does in women. If you're a new dad and you're having signs of sadness or anxiety throughout your partner's pregnancy or in the first year following your child's birth, speak to your doctor. Medications and treatments available and provided to moms suffering from postpartum depression may be effective in treating postpartum depression in dads. Number 7. Many women suffering believe they're the only ones. Women suffering from postpartum depression may believe that everyone else is enjoying the warmth of a new baby except them. They're embarrassed and accept that other folks think they're a bad mother. The truth is that many more women who are suffering are concealing it. Postpartum anxiety is prevalent, affecting more than 1 in 6 women following childbirth. Among first-time moms, the ratio is 1 in 5. Others sometimes marginalize it, thinking it doesn't occur to well-adjusted women. That happens to mentally unstable women, says a psychotherapist, but the truth is that all women are prone. It might be agonizing to have anything except pleasant thoughts about your new baby. Still, postpartum depression is very natural and doesn't comment on you or your ability as a mother. It will get improved if you seek therapy and enlist the assistance of people who care about you. Seeking assistance is not a sign of failure. Bringing a beautiful child into this world is a manifestation of a well-adjusted and normal human being. Any temporary change in behavior or feelings is just that, temporary. Postpartum depression is neither a shortcoming or a weakness. Sometimes it's just a combination of childbirth. If you suffer from postpartum depression, getting the right help, even one time, could provide the guidance you need to overcome your symptoms and make that deep connection with your child. Thank you all for watching, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and share to stay updated with new content. Keep learning and watching.